All right, so week 3, how to dance at a club or party. We're talking about overall picture and in particular resistance. Resistance is when you use your muscles against your other muscles to make it look like it's hard to do something that's not actually hard. Like to move my hand from point A to point B takes very minimal effort, but I can make it look like it's really, really hard to do it. As if I was pushing through really heavy water in a swimming pool, or as if there was a rubber band connecting my hand to the wall over there and I was pulling against the rubber band. That's creating resistance inside of your body because I'm pulling with some muscles, maybe my bicep or my pecs, but I'm resisting with the back of my body at the same time. You're engaging both muscles to create resistance in your body. That resistance tends to make things look stronger because if you just move with no resistance, in the Le Bon movement notation we would call it free. If you're just allowing something to move completely freely versus bound. Bound movement is when both muscles are firing at the same time, and even if there's movement, the movement looks very constricted. So we don't want to be too bound because then it tends to look tense, and tense never looks good. But you want to create enough resistance that whatever you're doing looks strong. People can see the muscles firing, and it makes the movement look more impactful, if that's a word. Now, when you're creating resistance, you want to do it along sort of anatomical lines. So, when you go to the gym, there's like a rowing machine, and the rowing machine, there's weights down there, and you can pull up and back. So that's one movement. And the reason it's set up like that is because when your muscles contract, they contract in certain lines through your body. Or if you were to push a weight up over your head, you push in a certain way. You don't kind of push this way or that way. There's like an optimal line for your muscles to follow. So it's the same sort of way that if you hold a plank, there's a diagonal line from your heels to the crown of your head, and there's a line from your wrist to your shoulder. So there's these sort of lineups through the body, and when we create resistance, we want to create resistance along those lines. It's going to look the best. So, actually creating resistance, you can just do it metaphorically in your head by saying, okay, I want to do this arm movement. But as I do that arm movement, I want to make sure that I'm not sort of flopping around. So I'm going to pretend that I'm moving through water or through honey or through molasses. Or I'm going to pretend that I have heavy weights in my hand, or that I have a rubber band connected from my foot to my hands and I'm pulling that rubber band. So you can just do it metaphorically, or you can actually go get a rubber band. They have the TheraBands in the gym, or the pull straps or whatever. So you grab those and you practice pulling. Okay, what does that feel like when I actually have resistance? If you train your body with resistance, then you'll know what it feels like, and you can create that again in your body. So you can use a metaphor, you can use actual weight, you can get little teeny tiny dumbbells, only like a pound. You don't need very heavy. You don't want very heavy, actually, to sort of play with the weight and see, okay, what does it feel like? It's not just about the arms, though. Everything that I do, I want to sort of create the optimal amount of resistance. So even if it's picking a knee up or kicking or something, I don't just want to kick as if it takes no effort. That's when people look sort of flaily or spazzy. So you want to kick as if you're pushing into something. You could get one of those big Swiss balls that are all over campus and practice pushing on the ball. That ball gives you resistance. So you can use objects to help you feel the resistance, or you can create it in your mind, or you can create it with a friend. That's fun too. Yeah, if you have a friend to hold a hand, you can practice sort of pushing against the friend, and then when you both are working together, you can create all sorts of resistance. So, have fun. See you next week.